Welcome back. So, in today's explainer, we are diving right into some incredible insights from Dr. Saloni Singh. We're looking at how to take a chaotic, totally overwhelmed mind and turn it into a clear, calm asset. Honestly, if you've ever felt like your brain just refuses to shut off, well, you are exactly in the right place. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever just beat yourself up over the tiniest mistakes, like playing them over and over on a loop in your head? It perfectly captures the painful, everyday reality of overthinking. I mean, it's exhausting, right? It drains our energy and literally keeps us stuck in this endless cycle of self-doubt. And the sheer volume of our mental traffic is absolutely staggering. Get this. Research shows we process up to 70,000 thoughts in a single day. 70,000! To put that into perspective, we're basically running a massive hidden data processor all day long because the vast majority of those thoughts happen subconsciously. It's just churning through information, and honestly, a lot of it is completely useless to our actual goals. Now, because of all this constant mental noise, over 70% of people in urban areas are dealing with chronic stress, anxiety, and just this heavy, constant feeling of being overwhelmed. 70%. This isn't just a bad day here or there. It's practically an epidemic taking a huge toll on our mental, emotional, and even physical health. But remember, just because something is common doesn't mean it's normal or healthy. So let's bring in our guide out of this maze, Dr. Saloni Singh. We're unpacking her book today to find the proven antidote to this whole modern epidemic. She's really dedicated her career to helping people tap into the power of a calm, clear mind. And what's cool is she approaches this not just from a psychological angle, but with a deep understanding of human physiology too. Her background is actually super fascinating. Back in 2007, she was a highly successful gynecologist in a London hospital. But even after perfectly executing these complex surgeries, she still found herself filled with anxiety and questioning her true purpose. That internal chaos eventually led her to pivot completely. By 2009, she qualified as a life and well-being coach. Because she used to be a surgeon, she truly understands the high-stakes physical impact that stress has on the body. It makes her approach incredibly grounded and practical. And Dr. Singh has this brilliant rule of thumb. The more you think, the less you accomplish. You know, we often trick ourselves. We think that worrying and obsessing over a problem means we're actively solving it. Actually, scratch that. It's more like we're just spinning our wheels. Her work shows that overthinking literally prevents us from reaching our goals. It causes decision fatigue, delays, and get this, even physical muscle pain. All right, moving on to part 1. Junk in, junk out. It's all about the information diet. See, our overthinking doesn't just happen in a vacuum. It's the direct result of massive information overload. We subject ourselves to it every single day. To put this into perspective, research shows we hear up to 30,000 words daily. 30,000! Between the news, social media feeds, and your coworker's long weekend recap, we're absorbing totally irrelevant facts from the second we wake up to the minute we try to fall asleep. It kind of reminds me of media theorist Neil Postman. He argued that a lot of information has basically become a form of garbage. We don't know what to do with it, we have zero control over it, and worst of all, we just don't know how to get rid of it. So it just piles up in our minds, exactly like trash piling up in the corner of a room. Just like an overflowing digital inbox, we suffer from what's known as the FOMO effect. That's the fear of missing out, but driven entirely by electronics and media. We literally hoard useless data. We obsess over someone else's vacation photos or career updates, wondering, hey, why isn't that happening to me? And the absolute biggest issue here, the human mind doesn't have a built-in spam filter. There's no junk folder. We take every single bit of it in, which drains our mental energy and leaves us feeling so frustrated. Okay, let's look at part 2, when tiny things become toxic. This is exactly what happens when those unmanaged thoughts start turning against us. Take Rakesh, for example. He was the country head of a massive IT company. Now, on paper, highly successful, killing it, but behind the scenes, he was completely crumbling under the severe physical and emotional toll of his own toxic overthinking. Before he finally got help, things were really dire. I mean, Rakesh hadn't slept in 5 days straight. His blood pressure was spiking through the roof despite his medication. He was constantly agitated, lashing out at the tiniest little triggers. It got so bad that his wife gave him an ultimatum: get professional help or she was leaving. But look at the after. By reducing his information diet and learning how to actually process his thoughts, his sleep improved, his anxiety dropped, and honestly, finding that calm literally saved his health and his marriage.
Which brings us to part 3, daily mental cleansing. Let's talk about how you can actively clean your mind. So how do we actually achieve what Rakesh did, right? How do we stop this mental toxicity from ruining our days? Well, Dr. Singh points out that just like you wouldn't keep rotting, stale food in your fridge, you have to actively clean your mind every single evening. She suggests this incredibly effective step-by-step smoke visualization technique. It helps you release all that built-up negative energy in just a few minutes. First, you just sit quietly and focus on your breathing. Next, visualize all that mental junk, all those thoughts, as a tangled, messy zigzag right inside your head. Then, imagine that whole bundle turning into thick smoke. With every single exhale, visualize that smoke leaving through the back of your head and flowing down your spine. The best part, you don't even need to analyze the thoughts. Just let the smoke out until your head feels light and empty.
But of course, here's the catch. You have to consistently keep the garbage out. It's a daily maintenance routine. You wouldn't just clean your house once and expect it to stay spotless forever, right? Once you start clearing out that mental clutter, you finally create the space you need to maintain that clarity. And that is what allows you to focus on the things that truly matter in your life. To wrap up our explainer today, I really want to leave you with a question you can act on right now. What specific piece of mental junk mail will you completely unsubscribe from today? Is it a bad doom scrolling habit? Are you comparing yourself to someone on social media? Or maybe you're still replaying a minor mistake you made at work last week. Whatever it is, identify it, visualize it turning into smoke, and just exhale it. It's time to reclaim your peace of mind.